2026 and you want to start BJJ, here's what you should. So I started BJJ at 33, which is brave or stupid, I'm still trying to decide. 33 years old, coming off a pretty good American football career, BJJ just seemed like something I wanted to try.
And it was a great career. I started playing when I was about 17 and I continued training throughout university, played for the Birmingham Lions, won a national championship with them, played for the Sandwell Steelers, then the Tamworth Phoenix and the Sandwell Steelers again. And I made some really good friends that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. And it was a really great opportunity for me to kind of develop who I was and become the person that I am today. Got the opportunity to play up and down the country. I met loads of really cool people. Even got the opportunity to go over to Ireland and play against the Dublin Panthers. And it was just a generally good vibe. I also got the best clip on the internet. It's not always two-time Super Bowl champions call you out in a football match, but this is pretty much my career high.
Steve-O, stay away from him, yeah? Stay away from him.
So you can imagine how difficult it is for me to go from that to nothing. So I needed to find something to fill that gap. So I didn't want to let that part of my life and identity die. I was the guy who did sports. I played American football for 17 years. So BJJ seemed like the next step in my career.
This is a real problem for men my age, particularly between the ages of 30 and 35. You stop doing the sports, you stop doing the things that make you who you are because of family, injuries, whatever that takes over your life. Life happens and all of a sudden you're now struggling to find who you are because you spent so much of your adult life defining you and your personage from the sport or the gym or whatever aspect of life that you've now had to give up because of all of the other important things that have taken over. And this isn't one of those BJJ changed my life and made it better situations. What it did was allow me to continue with my identity, someone who did sports and worked towards a goal. BJJ had enough in it that gave me that skill acquisition and that mastery element, but also the team element from everyone in the gym who was trying to get better. I didn't lose anything I had from American football, I just gained everything in a different way. On top of all of this, it also gave me things that I wasn't really aware of. With the seasonal nature of American football, I really struggled when it was in the off season to keep myself occupied and do something. I worked really hard in season, and then in the off season the gym wasn't just quite enough. But with BJJ it's all year round. That means that I never have this lull. Although I do take time off from competition, I still go and train. I'm still working for that mastery element of BJJ. And when I did finally sign up for BJJ, I did think it was quite late in my athletic career. 33 is near the end when you start to pull back. But that's the nature of BJJ. It's incredibly humbling, but also incredibly rewarding and easy to kind of manage. I found that, yes, if I wanted to have a really tough role, I could do that. But also I could have some really easy roles with people where they were more happy to flow. And that wasn't there in American football. There was a level of competition. It was very high and it was very intense. Whereas with BJJ, I had those intense moments when I needed them, but also the ability to just flow and learn the skill and do that mastery side of it. And this brings me to the main reason why I think you guys should try BJJ. BJJ people are pretty much the nicest people I've ever met. They're really welcoming. This isn't my local gym. This is a gym that my friend trains at, Black Country Jiu-Jitsu, and they welcomed me to the mats and they let me roll with everyone, and it was a great experience. I got tapped out a lot, I learnt a lot, but generally speaking I was super welcome. I had a laugh with all these guys, and there's never been a gym that I've been to where I haven't had a laugh. I'm fortunate to have travelled and done jiu-jitsu in loads of different gyms as far as Japan, where I trained with Eminari, and all of those spaces were really welcoming and really supportive. If you wanted to have a flow roll, people would have a flow roll with you. If you wanted to have a really tough roll, people would have a tough roll with you. And it's always been welcoming in these spaces. And I think that's important for beginners, because if you're stepping onto the mat for the first time and you have no idea what you're doing, knowing that when you get to the gym, people will be really welcome and people will be willing to support you, that's a really good start. And of course, this comes with a caveat. Not every gym is the same. There are obviously some gyms that you won't get this experience, but those types of gyms are few and far between. And you don't have to take my word for it. Here are some reasons why other people I know have joined BJJ.
Hi, my name is Jake Shellcross. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for just over 7 years now, and the way that I got into it was actually through a good friend of mine. Circa 2018, he just got interested in the UFC, and he started going to a no-gi only club in his hometown. And after a couple of months of him going, he invited me. I've never really been interested in martial arts. Martial arts has never really been a a thing in my life. So I had no idea about the different types of martial arts. I had no idea about grappling. I was vaguely aware that there was karate and kickboxing, but I didn't know anything about martial arts in general. And I was definitely super ignorant about grappling and the different types of grappling arts and the amount of things that you can do in grappling. So I went along to my first class and, typical fashion, just got completely controlled and annihilated and just completely disabled, just unable to do anything. And immediately I was just like, I need to learn this. This is the greatest. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Since then, over the last 7 years, I've just fell more and more in love with it. It's just the coolest thing I've ever seen. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do. You can never learn it all. It's just super cool and awesome, and you learn something new every session. It's impossible to not learn new things, really. You have to make an effort to not learn new things when you're grappling. So that's how I started, and I think that's about it.
So I started jiu-jitsu. I started about a year and a couple of months ago because I wasn't as fit as I thought I was. I thought I was in good shape. I thought I was big, tough and strong. I knew I didn't have very good cardio, so I thought, I had some friends that were here at jiu-jitsu. They said, come down, see what it's all about. I thought, nah, not for me. Then one day I got gassed at work. Working as a firefighter, that's not a good thing. So I thought, okay, I'll go down and give jiu-jitsu a try. 2 days a week. I ain't going to get suckered in. I ain't going to ruin my life with it. I went to my first class. That night I signed up to my first competition in 8 weeks' time, and I've been here pretty much every day since. Fell in love with it straight away. Got pasted, still get pasted every single day. Everybody batters me, and I just can't get enough of it, man. Come down.
I started training jiu-jitsu because just wanted to be more fit, stay in good shape, and take people down, basically. That's about it.
So there you go. BJJ in 2026. You're either going to try it and love it, or you're going to hate it. But what do I know? Just some guy on the internet. Peace.